All right, everyone. We are getting this up and rolling. Hope everyone's doing great today. That's not what I wanted to do. $25. There we go. Let me get all of this going. Hello, everyone. I'll say hi to everybody in just a second. Why is that not working? Working. Thank you. NV. Thank you. Never lapse. Okay. Sounds good. And hello, BMC. I'll try to remember that. Can't promise that I will. And then we had Tom over there, Nike, hello. And of course, we have Lainey, Bishop, Arcus, Cabin, Mags, and Wild, Yami. And David, hello. Hi, we've got Benita, Kay, and Ryan. Hello, everybody. Welcome in. Happy Monday. Sometimes I get lost on my days of the week. And so I just kind of go with it. Oh, yeah, I forgot I need to turn that one off. There we go. Hello, Dory, 411, Robin, Goku. Hey, Dolores. Oh, man. Did everybody have a good Monday? How was everybody's days back to work if you work a normal Monday through Friday shift? I know not everybody does, so. Hello, 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 hello. Long? Yeah, I agree that. I agree with that one quite a bit, actually. Let me see. There we go. There we go. I'm doing well. I hope you are as doing great. Yeah, I agree with Sleepy. Sarah, meh. Yeah, I understand that one. Actually, slept pretty good. Oh, that's good. Thanks, Tom. I appreciate that. Nope, other way. There, that's what I meant to do. Okay. It's Monday. Felt like a 3-day week. I can kind of see that, Bishop. Because people did things. Did you take your newborn trick-or-treating, Bishop? Because that'd be pretty cool. Tippy taps. Yes, guys. You guys know the drill. Do over here. All right. I changed that. Did that not change? Yeah, my bad, guys. I thought I changed that already. Hello, hello. I can't say hi or hello to everybody forever, so we just gotta go with hello to everybody now and the entire rest of the time. Awesome. Pin that. Okay. Oof. Okay, Tom. Hello, everybody. Yes, because it's not open yet. The number has to be opened up for calls to be received, and it's not open just yet. There is a kitty cat hanging out to say hello. Plus, oh, and dropping things. What'd you drop? Oh, I need that. Oh yeah, that makes sense because the cats don't. Or sorry, newborns don't understand. Yeah, he got the pretzel. The cat got the pretzel. How rude of him. He's such a butt. Okay, let's open this up. Assuming I can see around the giant cat to answer calls. But now they'd be open up. Next, he's going after my watch. How rude. Bailey, not everything needs to be played with. Sir. Thank you for calling the MAGA support hotline. Are you there?
Thank you for calling the MAGA support hotline. Are you there?
Thank you for calling the MAGA support hotline. Are you there?
Hello?
Hi, how old are you?
30.
30. Are you still supporting Donald Trump? I just
would
saw
say,
it, Tech Wiz.
yeah.
You would say, yeah? Yeah, as in, like, are
Yep.
you for real, or you're just like, yeah, just to continue on this conversation, I'll say yeah?
No, I'm for real.
Like, how for real are you?
I mean, does a bear shit in the woods?
I mean, maybe for you.
I mean, I personally suck dick, nigger.
Yeah, I knew that was coming. That's why I didn't take you seriously. All right. Can somebody that acts like an adult call in? You know, and is also an actual adult call in that supports Trump? Thank you for calling the MAGA support hotline. Are you there?
Nigger.
Oh no. You got me there. I know, right, GMO? I don't know, Samantha. Hey guys, if you're wearing headphones, go ahead and take them out, okay? Ah! Thank you for calling the MAGA support hotline. Are you there? Okay, bye. Thank you for calling the MAGA support hotline. Are you there?
Where's your shitter? I got a totally...
That was weird. Tech Wiz, yes, but they blocked the number, so... Also, I don't do that in general. Hey guys, take out your headphones. Ah! I'm just gonna keep doing it to you. Well, thank you. I'm such a terrible person, Jack, but are you listening to the people that vote beside you and say racist slurs? Is that... I'm horrible, but you vote along people that use racist slurs to call into my live. So... I don't even know how that one got through. I try, Ryan. I'm just like, I know it's not a long one, mostly because I don't want to let it ring for that long. Thank you for calling the MAGA support hotline. Are you there?
Yes, I am.
Awesome. How old are you?
I'm 40.
40. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
I do.
You do. Okay, awesome. What has you questioning your support in Donald Trump or the MAGA movement today?
Well, I really don't have no, say I don't support him. I do support him 100%. There's a few things I disagree with.
Yeah,
but
so
I
that's what
mean,
I'm saying. Like, what has you questioning your support in Donald Trump?
Well, I'm not questioning my support. I still support him because he's my president. But I mean,
Okay.
he does.
Did you support Joe Biden when he was your president?
I did.
Okay. And if Jeffrey Dahmer was elected president, duly elected president, would you support him?
Probably not.
Oh, okay. So you're not logically consistent.
Oh, I am. Because,
No, you're not.
see, Jeffrey Dahmer is a mass murderer.
Yeah, but they're...
and we all know this.
Yeah, what if it was prior to him being convicted?
Then, yes, I probably would.
Yeah. I'm sure.
I'm sure, because, it wouldn't have been proven that he was a murderer. Now, if he was proven to be a murderer, then yeah, I wouldn't support him and I would have to get him impeached or, whatever they do to do that or try to do that.
Gotcha.
Now, Trump, on the other hand, they proved some things that he's done and some things he hadn't done. But, I mean, Joe Biden done a lot of things. Obama did a lot of things. Clinton did a lot of things. So, I mean, just really one of them things,
It's just one of them things. Okay.
It is.
So we've tested your logical consistency. That's fine. Can you identify 3 lies that Donald Trump has told since he was inaugurated into office in 2025?
Yes, I can.
Cool.
Actually,
What are those 3 lies that you can think of?
one would be probably him boasting about water that he didn't stop. Just like conflicts that he stopped. And then,
Oh.
let me see.
Sorry. What was the conflict going on between Serbia and Kosovo that he claimed to have ended within his first 7 months of presidency?
You're awesome.
Well, that was a lie. He didn't really actually stop anything.
Yeah, well, you said he didn't end any wars. They were more like conflicts. So that's why I was asking what conflict was going on in Serbia and Kosovo within his first 7 months of presidency that he claims to have ended.
Right. Well, I don't keep up with that. I just keep up with with reading. It wasn't a war, so I wasn't.
It wasn't even a
worried about it.
conflict.
Right.
I'll just reiterate that nothing was even happening between Serbia and Kosovo. But anyways, next one.
Let me see. What else? I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Now I stop and think about it. That's about all I can think about.
It's the only one you can think about. Okay. Oh, and thank you, Ange. Donald Trump says that he's ended inflation. Is that true?
No, he's brought it down some, but he ain't ended. That's for sure.
I'm sorry. What's the inflation rate for September of 2025?
What was it? 5 something or 4 something? I believe.
No, it's 3%.
Oh, 3%. That's still lower than what it was when Biden was
Incorrect.
in office.
No, September of 2024, the inflation rate was 2.4%. So year over year, we're up. And even month over month, we're up because we increased 0.3% according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics data that was released on October 24th, 2025. We're up month over month, year over year. Also, it was 3% when he entered into office. So it's prior to that, he'd got it as low as 2.3% in March of 2025, and then it's consistently gone up since then.
Oh, well, wouldn't that be consistent though with like the Fed? With like the people that print money.
No,
The federal people, because don't we borrow money from them?
we don't borrow money from the Federal Reserve.
Oh, we don't. Then how do we get it?
It's not borrowing money because that would mean that nobody owns the money that they have.
Nobody does own the money we have. We have to give it back. Anytime you buy something or pay taxes or anything, you don't own that.
So
Now,
we
you
just
can
have
put
a
it in-
permanent barter system. Is that what you're saying?
Pretty much. I mean, nothing's for free, is it?
If I never
Well,
spend
checking.
any of my money, then it's all mine and it stays mine.
Right. I'll agree with that. That's all yours. But in
Yeah.
a matter of speaking, you can't do that because you have to spend money. So it's not yours. Well, am I right?
No.
No. Well, how's that not right?
If that was the case, then we would never have billionaires
Well, wait a minute. So
or have
what
3
stands good for
people
the
that
money that's
own
printed?
that have more
What
than
stands
100
good
have
for the
more
money that's
wealth
printed?
individually than 165 million American citizens combined.
What pays for the goods that we
Yeah,
receive?
your
What pays for
money.
that?
Yeah, money does. But that
Okay, so
doesn't
it's not
mean
yours.
I'm sorry. If I pay money, let me be very clear. So if I go shopping at Kroger and I
Right.
purchase something at Kroger,
Right.
that 7%, 8%, 10%, 6% sales tax goes to the state and the local municipality that I live in.
Okay.
It
But
doesn't go
who
to the
when they print
federal,
money?
it doesn't go to the federal government, and then everything for the value of the product goes to the store, which then gets sent back as a noted profit, right?
Right.
To the producer of that item. It
Okay.
doesn't,
And now,
that's how the money doesn't go back to the Federal Reserve.
that's
Your
right. So
argument
what
that
stands
you're
good
making
for
is
the
just
money?
illogical. I don't even
No,
like, sir.
they took us off the gold system, right?
A long time ago. You guys are still
Okay.
crying
So
about it
what
in such a
stands
weird
good?
way.
So what stands good for the money that's printed? The goods that what now?
Sorry, dude. It doesn't go back to the government, because if all of the money that was printed went back to the Federal Reserve, went back to the government's pocket in some way, guess what? We wouldn't be running a deficit.
Okay. Well, what causes the deficit then? They're borrowing money, right?
Spending money we don't have, but they don't borrow it from the Federal Reserve.
Oh God. Well, where do they borrow it from? Where do they get it from?
They do it because we sell bonds to other countries. We are borrowing bonds from other countries. We are borrowing money from other countries.
But I thought you said we didn't borrow money; that it's our money.
I didn't say that. I said we don't borrow.
You did say
We
that.
personally do not borrow money. You and I, as individuals, do not borrow money
But
from
we
the
do.
Federal Reserve. No,
But
we
we do.
don't.
We do.
Where's the bill that says that I owe the government all of my money?
Do you pay taxes?
I do, but that's
Okay,
not
then
all
you
of
owe
my
them
money. Then no, I do
Your
not.
money that you pay in taxes stands good for the deficit.
Yeah, I don't know
So
about
it's a
you, sir,
line
but
of
I make
credit.
sure that I overpay in my taxes so that I don't have a tax bill come next year. Like, I don't think
Right, but
people
it's
realize
a
that you
line
have
of
that whole
credit
option
on
to
the money that
overpay
they
into
give
your
you.
taxes. So no, sir. In fact, at the end of every year, the government owes me money. But do you see how that's not borrowing money from the
That is
Federal
borrowing money.
Reserve? No, it is not.
We're not borrowing the money, but the government is borrowing the money for
Not
us.
from the Federal Reserve.
They are.
What is the Federal Reserve?
Okay, who pays the Federal Reserve back?
Oh my fucking God. Nobody. The banks, sir. The banks. They recycle money. Nobody pays the Federal Reserve back. Nobody pays the Federal Reserve back. The money is in circulation. It doesn't get paid back for the Federal Reserve to be like, let me hoard all of my wealth, because it's not a profit organization. Your
Okay, so
statement is
are you-
illogical.
It is not illogical.
It is
Because if you
1000%
certain things-
illogical and makes zero sense.
Okay, well, if the government is borrowing money
From
that
foreign
it doesn't
countries.
have from foreign countries,
Yeah.
who stands good for that?
The government. Again, that would be the
But who
Treasury
stands good for
Department.
the government's
That would
bill?
be the Treasury Department.
Okay, so we
These
borrow
are
money
not
from
the
Treasury
same
Department.
thing.
Where does the Treasury Department get its money from?
Nobody, because it's on loan. You know how that mythical line
nobody-
of credit, you know
so
how that
nobody should have to
mythical
pay it
line,
back.
do you understand what a line of credit is with your bank?
Yeah, I do. I
Yeah,
got
okay.
excellent
So
credit.
it's like that. The federal government is on a permanent line of credit with the Department of Treasury, not with the Federal Reserve. What do you
Okay.
not understand?
But where does the
I'm done. I can't. Like, bro. Hey guys, in case you didn't know, every single individual in the United States of America owes all of their money and they're just borrowing it from the Federal Reserve. Did you guys know that every single penny that you have, you're borrowing it from the Federal Reserve? Are you aware that every single penny that's in your bank account is from the Federal Reserve? Are you aware of that, guys? God fucking... God, yeah, I'm trying, Phantom. Positive vibes for a good week. Yes, Paul, he did murder people in those boats and violated international law, and is actually we're being brought up on charges as the United States of America for his actions. It's called exasperation for individuals that don't get what this emotion is called. It's not me being upset. It's called exasperation because that is exhausting to have that conversation with somebody that doesn't understand. Thank you for calling the MAGA support hotline. Are you there?
You are such a poor, unfortunate soul.
So are you.
Can
I help you find
I'm
Jesus today?
wonderful.
Can I help you find
Pardon?
Jesus today? How can I
Oh, I
help you
don't need
find
Jesus.
Jesus today? It sounds like
Why are
you
you being such a
do.
snarky little cunt?
Well, I don't know. You're the one who came up and just literally just like, hi, I said, are you there? And you come out with, oh my God, you're such a poor, unfortunate soul. So I thought I
No.
would throw it back to you. And I'm
Well,
okay
you
with
didn't
being
throw it
called
back
to
to me. You
see
asked me
see
if-
you
no,
next
no, hold
Tuesday.
on.
It's okay.
Stop,
It's not
young
Phantom.
lady.
I
Shut
don't
up.
have
Do
to.
not talk over
Sorry.
me.
Oh, don't talk over you. I'll just do what I want. See, that's how that works, right? Blah 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 blah.
That-
Ha da 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 da. Honey buns. Nobody cares. Okay. See, normally when people like knock on a door, you wait for it to be answered. Once it's answered, do you normally just stomp into the house and put your feet on the coffee table after taking off your shoes and just throwing them in front of the door? Is that how you normally enter a house? Because that's not how I enter the house. That's very fucking rude. Which is why I decided to ask you, how can I help you find Jesus today? Because you obviously need it.
Am I allowed to respond now?
No, you're not actually.
Okay. So why do you have a talk show?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I just said you weren't allowed to respond. Do you know what consent is?
I
Do you know what a boundary
honestly,
is? I'm sorry, you asked me for permission and I declined that for you. So do you know what permission is? Do you know what consent
Then
is?
hang up on me, sweetheart.
Oh, nobody's keeping you here, ma'am.
Oh,
No one is
I'm-
keeping you
no,
here.
No. You're saying you are saying.
Yeah,
young
yeah,
lady,
so yeah,
You are saying that I cross
Yeah,
boundaries. If
yeah.
I cross
Because see,
boundaries,
all I have to
then
do is just
hung on
this,
me.
right? Like, okay, all I have to do is this the
You are
entire
such a
time, and you
child.
can just do whatever you want. Do I have your permission to speak now? Goes on and continues to blab after. So you asked a question, I gave you an answer. You seem to have not enjoyed the answer to that question, right? But again, apparently you also believe when you knock on someone's door, they open the door. You believe in
You
stomping
are
in,
such a bizarre
throwing your
person.
shoes across the house, and then putting your bare
Mm.
feet on the table without even really saying hello, right? So like all I did was ask you a simple question like,
Kind
are
of
you there?
risky.
And you just go meow like right off the bat.
Then
It's
fine.
quite obvious. But you
Listen,
want to
shut
accuse
up.
me of
I
being a see you next
apologize.
Tuesday, which means you
I
must obviously
apologize.
be that way because this is your
Oh my God,
projection
will
of
you shut
onto
up?
me.
You ever
Right?
shut
I fully
up?
admit
No
that I don't have to
wonder.
give anybody any room to breathe, any room to talk, because this is quite honestly
Clearly,
my show, my line, my live. If you would love to start a live, I'm sure 3 people will tune in. Okay? Now, if you would like to have a political conversation, I will gladly
love
put back
to.
on my headphones and maybe we can actually have a conversation about politics. But that's only if you
free.
actually
Let's talk about
apologize for your
politics.
poor behaviors on
I
how it is when you enter
apologize for
someone's
being
house,
such a
because
horrible
maybe you don't
human being.
realize this, but my live is basically my house. Same with the phone number that you called. So can you apologize for your poor, shitty manners?
I apologize to you for my poor, shitty manners.
Oh, fantastic. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Yes, I am.
Awesome. And how old are you?
55.
55. Fantastic. And what has you questioning your support in Donald Trump or the
Nothing.
MAGA movement today? Absolutely nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
Cool. Then identify 3 lies that you know Donald Trump has told since he was
I can't.
inaugurated into office in 2025. You can't think of a single lie.
Nope.
Are you capable of critical thinking or criticizing the President of the United States?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Then give me a criticism of Donald Trump that doesn't involve the words that come out of his mouth.
I can say that sometimes he is boisterous, arrogant, self-centered. I think sometimes
Wow,
he's a
that's
narcissist.
literally what I just said you couldn't do.
No. You said.
How do you display
What-
arrogance, ma'am?
Hold on.
How
hold
do
on,
you
hold on,
display
hold on.
arrogance?
May I? Hold on.
How do you
Young
display
lady.
arrogance?
Arrogance is just posturing. That's what arrogance is. It's a way
No,
that you
it's
display
your
yourself.
words.
It's an
It's with
attitude.
your
It is
words.
not anything
with your
more than an
words.
attitude, my dear. No, it's a
Uh-huh.
word.
It's
an
with your
attitude.
words. Uh-huh.
No. Arrogance is posturing.
Oh,
Arrogance. Okay.
Uh-huh.
So it will be really. You know what? Can we just set down some parameters?
Oh God,
Can
that's
you
so funny, Matt. Okay, that's so funny. You
Well, can you
poor
let me finish my
unfortunate
sentence before you cut
soul,
me off and start acting
Ursula.
like a child?
Yo, that's a great. Is your name's not Ursula by chance? Is it?
No, but there is a Saint Ursula.
No, I'm just making sure that's not your name, because apparently that was your
Why, do you
opening
have more-
line, and that's kind
more
of how it
great
sounded like. I
friends?
didn't even think about that.
Do you have more great friends?
More great. What is that? An English
Friends
sentence?
like me?
Who?
Do you have other friends like me? That's why
I
you
have
think I'm
friends that
somebody-
don't talk like a weirdo. You
Oh,
kind of
okay.
sound
So
weird.
anyway, you want to finish your political discussion, so let's go ahead.
Well, I mean, yeah, I was
Tell me
trying
why
to.
you're
So tell
against
me.
Trump.
Well, see,
Please
I'm
tell-
still
can
waiting
I
for
ask
you
why
to
you are so
identify. I'm still
anti-Trump?
waiting for you to identify 3 lies. And you said that you were
I told you
capable
I
of.
can't.
Oh, but you said you were capable of criticizing the president of the United States, but you can't identify 3 lies that he told.
Right. I can be critical, but not say that he's a liar.
You can't say that he's a liar, so he's always truthful.
I don't know. I don't know him personally. I can't say.
You don't know
and you
him
know what?
personally?
As far as his campaign promises, he has followed through with everything that he has said on the campaign.
I
He
mean,
has
I'm not
lied to
asking
me
you about his
personally.
campaign. I asked since he was inaugurated into office.
As
Donald
far as
Trump.
I
Oh,
know,
here's a good
no.
one. Here's a good one, actually. Donald Trump said that he
Dude,
wouldn't
no.
be able
No.
to. Oh my goodness. Donald Trump said that he wouldn't be able to fund SNAP benefits.
It's absolutely true.
It's actually completely false. Are you aware that in 2000, sorry, he said he couldn't fund SNAP benefits during a government shutdown? When the last government shutdown occurred, which was in 2018, December of 2018, ran into January of 2019, are you aware that all of the January benefits were 100% paid across the entirety of the United States of America under his very first government shutdown? So unless you can point to me the law that changed in the last...
No, hold on. Would you like
Can
me
you
to
point to
explain
me
it
the
you?
law
Because I
that
would be
changed in
happy to-
7 years? Can you
No,
point to me the
Can-
law
may I-
that
may
changed
I-
in
may
7
I-
years that made it him
Young
incapable
lady,
of paying out
can
the
you
SNAP
shut
benefits,
up?
where
Are
he
you
said that
capable of
he's
shutting up
incapable
so I
of
can
paying
answer the
out those SNAP
Would
benefits?
you like me
I
to
would like
answer
for you to
question
tell
or
me the
not?
law. Well, I mean,
Would you like me to answer the
sorry,
question?
how can you answer the question when I didn't finish it?
You
And you
said,
were
what's the law?
speaking over me.
I'm going to say there is no law.
There
The
is no
budget
law, so
is
he
passed on
lied.
November 21st.
No, that's not how it works.
Ding-dong.
Again,
The
again,
federal budget
again,
was passed on
again,
November 21st.
again,
They did
again,
not- it didn't
again,
matter if the
again,
government was shut down or
again,
not.
again. Pookie pie, Pookie pie.
Because,
So here's
and
how
once
it's here.
again, if
Sorry,
the shutdown
Ursula.
This time goes
Ursula.
to November 21st,
Ursula.
it will roll over
Ursula.
into the new budget.
Ursula, again, I'm going to help you out with something, okay? In 2018, in December of 2018, when the government first shut down, the funding ran out prior to the government shutting down at that time. And yet, without any approval, no additional bill being passed through Congress, SNAP benefits were paid to all 50 states of the United States of America by the federal government under Donald Trump's first term. So can you admit, yes or no, that Donald Trump lied about being able to pay out those benefits? Yes or no, because he's done it before.
Okay.
Yes or no, Ursula, should just be a really easy answer.
He did not lie.
I'm sorry,
And
then
there
what
are
happened in
laws right
2018?
now that he
What's the
cannot
law?
bypass.
What's the law? What's the law?
Okay.
What's the law number? Title what?
It's-
USC what? Title blank, USC blank, fill in the blanks. Title blank, USC blank, fill it in the blanks.
Okay, you are just a colossal fool, by the way.
I'm still waiting for you to prove that that's not a lie. What is the law? Title 8 blank, title,
Okay,
sorry, it's not
you know
Title
what?
8. Title
You-
blank, USC blank, fill in the blanks. If you
Okay,
don't know,
if you
just
don't
say,
let them
I
go off
don't
and you let
know.
them answer
If
questions,
you
they
don't
can't-
know,
Why do you
just
cut me
say,
off?
I
Why
don't
you
know.
really want me to
If
answer the
you
question?
don't know,
You don't
just
actually
say,
want the
I
question
don't
answered
know.
because
If you do not know, say, I don't know.
I don't have to because I know.
Okay, then what's the
But you will
law?
not let me
What is the bill number? Okay,
Wait, can you
title
shut up and
blank,
let me finish a
USC
sentence?
blank, fill in the
You are
blanks.
such a colossal fool.
Title
You
blank,
really don't get how.
USC blank, fill in the blanks.
Okay.
Fill in the blanks. Title blank, USC
I
blank.
am not a child, and why are you talking to me like one? Why don't you?
I'm
talk
sorry,
to yourself?
again, ma'am. You are the one who came onto my phone number, right? You called the
Right,
number.
you
You
won't let me
basically
finish a
knocked on the
sentence.
door,
You won't even
busted
let.
into
Oh
the
my God.
house,
You are a God. I
threw your
swear to fucking
shoes,
God, dude.
and then sat
You
down
are
and put
such
your
a
bare
colossal.
feet on the
You know
coffee
what?
table.
You
And you also are the
okay?
only one that has slung
Shut
insults
up!
this
Stop!
entire
Shut
time.
up! Like,
Correct?
hang up!
I just want to be honest with you. You are the only one that
God,
has
you are
slung insults
so.
this entire time. So, Ursula, title blank,
Okay, my
USC
name's not
blank,
fucking
fill in the
Ursula. You are
blank.
such. Oh my God, I
Fill
can't
in the
with you.
blank.
You are such a child. You are such an immature.
And are you
little
sure
child.
you're not
We do not
13
want to
instead
have a
of
discussion.
53?
You want to act like. Oh my God, I can't. I have never encountered such a fool
Oh, okay.
in my life.
Yeah. Again, so you're the one that's been insulting, though, this entire time. So. You good? Yeah, I know you hung up, but I just thought I'd say that. Girl, you crashed in, ma'am. You crashed the fuck in. See, guys, they truly, let me be very clear, guys. They truly don't appreciate it when you return the energy right back to them. And even then, I just want to be completely honest. I didn't freak out at her either. Isn't that funny? I just wanted what law, specific law, states that he could not pay out those emergency funds like he did in December of 2018 running into January of 2019. I know, Linny, it's because they typically do exactly what she just did. Ursula crashed in. Okay. Thank you, Den, for the jewels. Thank you, Feisty, for the 50. Said Magatha. I like that one, actually. That's probably my favorite one. Actually, I like that one. But her name is Forever Ursula. Yes. Poor unfortunate souls. We coming in whew. I'm just saying, if you don't know, that's a simple thing. Can we make it normal again that if you don't know the answer to a question that you just say, I don't know. 3 simple words. Guys, keep double tapping that screen over on TikTok. If you're new here, be sure to hit that follow button up at the top and do the same thing on all of the other socials that we're on. Follow, it's called subscribe if you're on the red one. Thank you for calling the MAGA support hotline. Are you there?
Yo, what's up?
Hi, how old are you?
Oh, I'm 18.
Mm-hmm. And are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Oh, 100%.
What's your date of birth?
Why?
Yeah, it's about what I thought. Thank you for calling the MAGA support hotline. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Awesome. How old are you?
I am 27 now.
27.
My birthday just passed.
Awesome. Happy belated birthday. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Yeah, I am. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Okay, that's fine. That's what we're looking for. And what has you questioning your support in Donald Trump or the MAGA movement today?
I mean, the only thing that makes me kind of question them is I'm African American, so sometimes, I don't know if they really riding with me or if they gonna be on some other stuff. But to be honest, I don't know. I kind of mess with them though, for real.
Oh, okay. All right, cool. And can you tell me 3 lies that Donald Trump has told since he was inaugurated into office?
3 lies he told?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. I mean, I can't really say he told any lies. He might have done some stuff I didn't like, but I mean, he pretty much, the one thing I do respect about the dude is he tells you who he is up front and tells you what's going on and stuff. So.
Okay. Donald Trump told the American people that the government shutdown is the Democrats' fault. Is that true? Yes or no?
From what I saw, weren't they holding stuff up? Weren't the Democrats holding stuff up? I don't know. They're all kind of being petty. They're all kind of just doing this to get at each other's skin and
No, they're
putting it
not.
on the other person?
They weren't actually. They were actually just upholding the Republicans to the promises that they made back in March of 2025 when the Democrats stood on the Senate floor. And you guys can see all of this on C-SPAN. Okay, just a friendly reminder. When they stood on the Senate floor and argued and asked that the Republicans address the ACA subsidies back in March of 2025. The Republicans tabled the decision, right? And the Democrats, they made like a concession to the Democrats. Hey, we'll discuss this after we keep the government open. That was back in March of 2025 after, again, the Democrats held up on the floor. Correct. So when that occurred, the Republicans made concessions. We'll go and we'll look at this after we keep the government open. Well, come September 30th, 2025, the promises that were made to the Democratic representatives in the Senate were not upheld by any representative of the Republican Party within Congress, both parts of Congress. So the Democrats are saying, this is what we wanted. Let's keep this how it goes, right? This is what we wanted. You made promises. You told us we were going to do this. And so now we want this addressed now. And they've submitted their own continuing resolution that hasn't even been really voted on by the Senate Republicans. So which they totally could, or even the Senate Republicans could just meet with the Senate Democrats. They can get together, modify the bill a little bit, do the negotiations that the Democrats have been demanding and asking for that the Republicans promised back in March of 2025. If any of you guys watch C-SPAN, watch the floor debates, feel free to go back and watch. All of these things occurred. So this is actually, and let's be very clear, okay? This is the same thing that I've also been saying for the entire time. Donald Trump has let the cat out of the bag that the Republicans could have kept the government open this entire time.
I mean, they don't want to, though.
The Republicans, yeah, they don't want to. Thank you.
But the Democrats don't want to either, though.
No, they don't want a government shutdown. However, they've been asking for the same thing for the last several months, right? They've been asking for this since March of 2025. The Republicans ignored them and cut them out of negotiations for the one big beautiful bill. Instead, they decided to only negotiate with the individuals that were questioning the big beautiful bill on the Republican side. They didn't meet with any Democrats to give them a boon, right? They only met with Republicans and they made it a completely partisan bill, okay? And that's why the Democrats...
A lot of people do that.
No, it's actually goes against
You realize a lot of people do that, right? If the Democrats were in office, they would have done the same thing.
No, that actually goes against the ideas of our founding fathers, sir. I don't know if you realize this.
I don't know. I feel like
the
a lot of this shit
Democrats
is corrupt,
want
so,
to
I mean,
negotiate with
get
the
in where you fit in.
Republicans, and that's why the Democrats are still showing up to work every single day, whereas the House Republicans have been out of session since September 19, 2025.
Well, the Democrats don't think clearly on a lot of shit. They be having a lot of fucked up views and stuff, so I really wouldn't converse with them anyway,
Oh my God.
if you know what I'm saying.
Well, sorry, it doesn't work that way in government when they need additional votes. You actually have to work with them. That's why the Democrats are standing firm now on the promises that the Republicans made to them back in March of 2025. The Republicans are the individuals that have to compromise if they want to convince 9 Democrats to get on their side. The reason I say 9 is because there have been 2 consistent no votes on the bill from the Republican Party this entire time. And I have a news for you. Do you happen to know who John Thune is?
Yeah, I know who he is.
Yeah, so you know he's the Senate Majority Leader?
Yep.
Are you aware that the Senate Majority Leader has voted no against the continuing resolution from the House 5 times?
Well, I mean, sometimes, like, you got to go against what, like...
Oh, it's the same bill, sir.
Sometimes
Nothing's
it's what
changed.
you want, you know?
Nothing has changed in the bill since they've been voting on it. But John Thune can't even make up his mind whether he likes it or not. 5 out of the 13 times he's voted no.
I mean, I don't know. I like Trump. I really don't. I mean, I feel like the government shutdown hasn't really, affected that many people. So I really feel like it really doesn't really
It hasn't affected 1.3 million service members?
I mean, it affected them, but I mean, that's just the risk you run when you have a government job. Just like, getting into tech, you run the risk of AI, like taking it over. I mean, like this is stuff before you get into it. I mean, it's kind of like, you played the game and you ultimately lost out. That's your problem,
Gotcha.
That's
So
not
you
my
just
problem.
you don't care as long as it doesn't personally affect you, right?
Well, yeah, that's everybody though. If something doesn't personally affect you, plenty of people don't
Gotcha.
really give a shit until it does affect you.
Hey, Donald Trump also promised the American people that you were going to get some kind of tariff rebate check. Have you seen that yet?
Nah, I haven't seen a lot of stuff.
Oh, okay. But Donald Trump said you were going to get a tariff rebate check. So that sounds like a lie.
I mean, my girlfriend also told me that she wouldn't cheat on me or give me herpes, but that happened too. So everybody
Yeah, that
lies
counts
at the
as
end
a
of the
lie.
day.
Oh, okay. Sorry. So why are you giving a pass to the president of the United States when lies, especially a lie like that where you're promising people money, especially in desperate times when we know that inflation is continuing to go up, even though Donald Trump says that he's ended inflation, therefore causing harm to the American people and the most needy within our country that could absolutely use the money from paying additional costs at the stores due to tariffs increasing prices. How is that like a good thing? You're okay
I mean, I
with
don't know why.
lies that cause harm to millions of American citizens?
I don't know why you acted so surprised. Like this is something new. This has been going on.
No,
There are always
I'm just
groups
want to
of
be
and
very
people
clear.
that
You're
lose
in
out.
support of telling lies that actively harm millions of American citizens?
I mean, I'm in support of like doing what's best for the greater good of people. If obviously
Millions
some
of
people are going to get
American
screwed over.
citizens? How many American
I mean,
citizens are in the United States of America? Do you know how
it's
many
like
we have?
350 million of us. It's like
Yeah.
350 million of us.
Cool.
So if 1 million of us is getting screwed over, but the other of
Oh,
us are
no,
pretty
sir,
good, I mean,
that's
these people are
closer
going to lose out.
to, I'm sorry, are you not aware that, are you not aware of how many American citizens live below the poverty line or below the middle class line? It's more than
I mean,
half. Last time I checked, I believe it's 73% of all Americans live below the middle class. So 73% of
Removing the middle
America, which is,
class.
sorry, 73% of America, which middle class is basically poverty line. The middle class no longer exists within the United States of America in all reality. But if we're saying 73%, that is the majority, but you're saying that it's okay that we're harming the majority of the American populace by Donald Trump's harmful lies of promising money that's never going to come?
Well, not to be rude or anything, but I think we have too many people like you that just like to talk about it and say stuff about it, but don't actually do anything about it.
Oh,
If we
sir,
had all
you're
these
not doing
people that
anything
actually
with
really
your
cared
life
about
either.
it.
You're just up here crying about your ex-girlfriend cheating on you. So sounds like a weird flex.
Well, I'm not talking shit. I'm not talking shit either to people and then not doing anything about it. I mean, you can
I'm
cry wolf all
sorry.
day, but I mean, if you're not gonna do
So
shit about it, then
just
I mean, what
because
are you really
you
talking
see
for?
me behind the screen today, I assume for your first time, you assume that I've
No,
never done
I've seen
anything?
you. No, actually, I've popped in and seen you like for the past like 5 months. I've
Oh,
popped in and seen you
awesome. Thank you
sporadically.
for being such a fan. I appreciate you. 5 month
Well, I'm not really
supporter.
a fan of you.
5
I think
month
you're
supporter.
insufferable,
Can we
but I
get
am curious.
huge W's for my 5 month fan? I appreciate this so much, guys. 5 months. This is awesome. Woo! That's like
No, I haven't
literally
been
the
looking at you. I
entire
haven't been
time
looking at you
that I've
5
been
months for
streaming
consecutively.
on the tubes. This
Not
is fantastic.
consecutively.
5 months.
Not
We've got
consecutively.
5 month fan, guys. Congratulations. Huge W's. Can we get your name? Let's make sure that we can get it correctly in the chat. What's your name,
Yeah.
sir?
I want all the people to hear this. I'm from St.
Just-
Louis. My name is Playboy Chris. And
Okay, Chris.
you know,
Can we get some W
Playboy Chris.
PB Chris's in the chat?
Hey, W's in the chat, y'all. W's in the chat.
W's
for
in the
Playboy
chat
Chris.
for being such a
For Playboy
huge
Chris.
fan. Such a huge
For
fan.
Playboy
If
Chris.
you were truly a
here's my thing
Playboy,
about it,
you
like,
wouldn't
if
actually
you-
be upset that your girlfriend was cheating on you. So cap on that ass.
Nah.
Sorry, guys. I'm done. Anyway. What a disingenuous person. If St. Louis doesn't claim him, that's funny. JD, thank you for the jewels. Krusty, thank you for the $7.99. Keep triggering MAGA. It happens. It's quite easy. It just kind of goes whoop, 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 a doop, boop. Oh, God, that's a really long one. I can't even show all of that because it's just cut off. Okay, so Bishop says, here is what I tell deponents. Let's talk quickly about estimates versus guess. If I ask you something, you have a basis to approximate, like how far something was or how long something took, you can give your best estimate. But if I ask about something you have no way of knowing, that's just a guess. I don't want guesses. So answers like I don't know and I can't recall are perfectly fine. Does that make sense? Yes, you've told me that before. If you can say that in a deposition, you can say that on a live. Thank you for calling the MAGA support hotline. Are you there?
Yeah, mega biatch.
Okay. How old are you?
MAGA biatch.
Do you only know 2 words?
MAGA biatch.
Oh, you only know 2 words. Got it. Thank you for calling the MAGA support hotline. Are you there? Thank you for calling the MAGA support hotline. Are you there?
Hey, yeah, I'm here.
Awesome. How old are you?
I'm 28.
20. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not the biggest fan, but I never was, but I've always been more of a pragmatist than a supporter.
Okay. You don't sound like my target audience, and I hope you have a great rest of your night. Thank you for calling the MAGA support hotline. Are you there?
Hey.
Hi, how old are you?
Donald Trump?
Hi, 27?
27. Can you turn down the stream in the background?
Yeah, for sure.
Awesome. And how old are you? Oh, you already said 27. My bad. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
No, I'm not supporting Donald Trump, but
All right. You have a great Tuesday, or have a great Monday. Bye. Thank you for calling the MAGA support hotline. Are you there?
Hi, is this the suicide hotline?
No, that would be 988. It'll get you right there. Thank you for calling the MAGA support hotline. Are you there?
Yes, I am. Hi.
Awesome. How old are you?
doing?
Hi, how old are you?
Oh, I'm 33.
33. Awesome. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
I am, yes.
Okay. And what has you questioning your support in Donald Trump or the MAGA movement today?
I'm questioning quite a few things, but not really Trump or the MAGA movement.
Okay. Can you identify 3 lies that you know Donald Trump has told since he was inaugurated into office this year?
So I have one whopper of a
One
lie.
whopper of a
that
lie
I'm
that
not-
he's told since January 20th, 2025. Go.
Yeah, and then I have one that I wouldn't classify as a lie because since you said 3, one that I wouldn't classify as a lie, but something he was wrong on. And then for the third, I'd have to think. But the whopper was, I think MAGA gets called a cult a lot, and I think that's not the case. And I'm definitely not a cult of personality. Not a cultist. One thing I really dislike about that he has very much not satisfied me and millions of other MAGA supporters with is the handling of the Epstein thing. What a mess! What a disaster! That was a whopper of a lie. And then the way he started lashing out at MAGA, saying I don't want their support anymore because they keep asking about Epstein. Unfortunately, I think the reason why he I may be mistaken, but I think that there's a good reason why he's been covering this up. And the reason why he's been covering it up is far more important than a bunch of neckbeards that had nothing that were not, victims of Epstein, and no one in their family was getting to find out some names. That's basically gossip is what it is. And there's national security things involved into why he's covered it up. But yeah, that I would classify as a bona fide whopper of a lie and a disaster, the way he handled that.
Next.
So something he was mistaken about, I don't know if I'd call it a lie, but he said that the East Wing, and I'm not a big fan of this either, he said that the East Wing, I heard that he said it, that the East Wing of the White House would not be torn down for the ballroom renovation, and that ended up not being the case.
Yeah.
For the third,
quite literally said it. Let me get it the exact quote. Hold on. He said, "It'll be views of the Washington Monument. It won't interfere with the current building. It'll be near it, but not touching it, and pays total respect to the existing building. which I'm the biggest fan of.
Yeah,
He literally
that
said
I
it'll
don't
be
I
near
don't
but
care
not
for
touching,
that.
and that it wouldn't affect the existing structure.
Yeah, I don't care for that. I think it's now, to be fair, I was talking to some folks about it, and they pointed out to me how a lot of presidents, including Obama, including George W. Bush, and others, have done all sorts of renovations as well, and no one batted an eye about it. But yeah,
No,
that would
they
be
got
something.
approval from the congressional committee that oversees it.
Okay, well, yeah, so that would be something that
He
I
didn't
think
get
it's.
approval from the congressional committee.
I see. Well, I think that it's very possible that he may have been under the impression that it would not be necessary to mess with the existing structure to put in a ballroom. But
He
that
literally
he
said
was
it wouldn't
definitely
have
wrong
even
about that.
been, yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Sure.
so cool. East Wing of the White House. And you said you were
Mhm.
going to think on the third lie. Did you think of it a little bit?
Let's see. By the way, I can think of a gazillion lies that have been told about Trump by the left and by the media. Like I could rattle those off like bam, 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 like nobody's business. But all right, let me see a third one. Let's see. He definitely exaggerates a lot, and he's uses a lot of hyperbole and uses a lot of language that is it could be deemed a lie, like he, instead of saying things in a way that sounds more like he's a businessman, a New Yorker businessman, and he's always saying it's the biggest, it's the best, it's the greatest, no one's ever seen anything like it, that kind of thing. And I reckon that a lot of people would consider those lies. I mean, let's see. I've been hearing some of your other conversations where you said about Snap and all that. I guess, let's see. Off the top of my head, something that I personally would qualify as a lie, which I'm reluctant to even say that my second example was necessarily a lie. No, let me think of one, because I don't want you to give me one. All right, let's see. If I think of a third one, would I be able to ask you a question as well, maybe?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, he has tried his very best with the Ukraine-Russia situation, but has not met some of the overly ambitious, timeline targets that he had said. He said in day one of being, as president-elect, it would get done. If not, sometime in the summer or whatever. And he's definitely been trying, which is more than I could say for the last administration. It's definitely more than I could say if Kamala would have won. I don't know what the heck would have happened if she would have won regarding that. But definitely there are still Ukrainians and Russians dying, and Eastern Europe is still in a very sad state of affairs. And he has I still believe in his ability to work something out with Putin and Zelensky, the way he worked something out with
Thoughts
Hamas
and prayers, guys.
I
said
yeah,
thoughts
because
and prayers.
Because this whole thing with Hamas getting the hostages back and having a ceasefire, it hasn't been a perfect ceasefire. They haven't been sitting around the campfire singing Kumbaya together. There's been little skirmishes here and there, but it's, that's a miracle. So if anyone can do it, it's him. I don't think anyone else could pull it off, but has it been pulled off? Absolutely not. Not yet, at least.
Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. What's your question? Also, Eva, thank you for the hat. I missed it.
So Mermaid Ari, are we allowed to see your fishy tail? No, I'm joking. I'm totally joking. No, my question
It's
would
on the
be,
back of the live, if you want to be honest. Like, it's literally on the wall.
oh, okay. I appreciate the fact that you don't engage very much in more of the, what we could call identity politics or cultural war issues that much. You're a lot more policy oriented and, you know, things that are a little more consequential. But, and I'm not saying that you describe yourself as a leftist. You're definitely opposed to Trump. But how, so let me ask you, instead of asking it directly to you, I'll ask it in a broad sense. What sane person could still be a leftist after all the crazy stuff that we have seen from the left? And the answer is that a lot of people have, like, it's dwindling by the day. Like, only the most deranged nut jobs still consider themselves leftists. After Charlie Kirk gets assassinated
I don't know who that
by
is.
I'm sorry?
Said I don't know who that is. And you're
You
boring
don't know
me.
who
Can you, like, land your plane? Like, get to your point.
Okay, no problem. After Charlie Kirk was assassinated by a deranged leftist nut
Is
job,
this somebody you knew personally?
yeah, I actually did meet him, actually.
Oh, but
Then
you were good
the
friends with
left,
them?
no, not that close, but
Oh, did you
you're,
go to
you're
their
starting
funeral?
you're starting to sound a little bit like a, no, I
I
wasn't
just don't know who
in
that is.
the
So I'm
Glendale,
like, why
Arizona
is this
area.
important to me? I just don't get it. Like, I don't even
Okay.
understand why it's important to me.
No,
Somebody
my
was
question is,
murdered by another individual. All murder is wrong in regards to the unconsenting taking of another life. That's incorrect in
right,
all way, shape, or form. I'm so sorry for the loss of someone that I guess you said is your friend, even though you didn't go to their funeral. That's a little bit weird, in my opinion. And I'm sure that if he was really murdered by somebody that was on the left or an extreme leftist, I'm sure I could come up with people that have also attacked individuals or murdered individuals from the right many ways
yeah,
over. So, like,
yeah, but what you can't
okay.
come up with is people. Do you remember all the people celebrating Biden's cancer diagnosis on the right? Yeah, neither can I. The people on the
Plenty of
left, it
people did
wasn't just about the
actually.
murder.
Plenty of people did. In
No.
fact, what they actually did when it came out with Biden's cancer diagnosis is they went, ha ha ha, see, we told you there was something wrong with him. They didn't
Well, there's
say, I'm
obviously a
so
lot wrong with
sorry,
him.
he has cancer, I'll pray for him. It was, ha ha ha, I told you something's wrong with him. Donald Trump himself has said that that Biden has stage 9 cancer, which is literally impossible. You don't have stage 9 cancer. Donald Trump himself continues to use Biden's cancer diagnosis as to be like, see, something was wrong with him. See, we told you all along. And I'm not even going to say that Joe Biden was completely well. Dude is old as fucking dirt. He shouldn't have still been president. I think personally, my personal opinion, electing anybody in over the age of 72 into a political office is tantamount to fucking elder abuse. Tantamount to fucking elder abuse. That includes Donald Trump right now, right? But no, absolutely, people did make fun of and laugh at the fact that Joe Biden was diagnosed with cancer. Similarly enough, that while Donald Trump was on the campaign trail, he was mocking the fact that Nancy Pelosi's husband was attacked in their home. He also mocked the fact that Josh Shapiro's house was set on fire, the governor's mansion was set on fire. He barely acknowledged the fact that 2 Democratic senators in the state of Minnesota were killed. They did put the flag at half mast, so I'm not going to go there. But like the Republicans refused to vote on a National Day of Remembrance or like utilizing their deaths, which happened in May, if I recall correctly, that the Democrats put up a bill that said that they were not going to condone political violence, and the Democrats all voted against it. So, like, you can say all of this, but we have somebody that was an extreme right-winger that did murder 2 Democratic senators just this year in the month of May. Melissa Hortman,
that
are
guy
you
was
that
a
sorry,
Tim Walzer
murdered
appointee.
one and her husband and her dog and shot another man and his wife, like, but they survived, luckily.
Yeah, that guy was a Tim Walz appointee, the murderer.
Still is a
Who
registered
murdered-
Republican and had an entire
know
list
that.
of everybody else that he wanted to go over on the Democratic side. The majority of them were Democrats. Dude was literally a nutcase, okay? So it's very
and
interesting
no one
and
celebrated
like
this on the right.
oh no, I'm not saying that anybody celebrated that, but everybody
But on the
laughed.
left, a
Everybody
bunch of
laughed,
people-
including the President of the United States laughed that Nancy Pelosi's husband was attacked in their home and that the guy had plans to kill Nancy Pelosi, because that's originally who he was going after. Laughed, in fact, mocked them on the campaign trail and made everybody laugh that was at the MAGA rallies. So you can't say that the right does not mock political violence that's perpetrated by their side. His kids have been actively still mocking Nancy Pelosi's husband for having been attacked. But I don't hear you admonishing the President of the United States for mocking the fact that Nancy Pelosi's husband was hit and severely injured at the time and had to go to the hospital. Are you capable of admonishing Donald Trump for mocking Nancy Pelosi's husband even through this day for
Yes,
being
I'm very
attacked?
capable.
Then do
I'm very
it.
capable
Say it's
of it.
deplorable. And
I
be
think
very
that it-
specific about what's deplorable.
I think that it's incorrect that
No,
people
deplorable.
made jokes about-
Deplorable. Not
Okay,
incorrect.
I spoke. Okay.
Admonishing is
You
meaning you
literally-
show extreme dislike in something. Saying something is incorrect is not extreme. So
Admit
let's
you-
be clear.
I'll use the word deplorable. If you admit you were just being deplorable by saying, "I've never heard of Charlie Kirk. Are you his
No,
friend?"
that's
A guy
called
who
being
got shot like an
facetious.
animal."
I was not
Oh,
being
okay.
deplorable, was called being facetious. Cool.
Okay, that's great.
And
So-
now be very clear on who you're admonishing and what action you're calling deplorable. Be very exact. Are you
Okay.
capable of
I'm
doing that?
admonishing- I'm very capable of doing that. I'm admonishing the left for dressing up.
Gotcha. You're not capable of doing it. So, see, I do this to make sure that you're still logically consistent because, see, I can absolutely say that it's fucking disgusting that any individual mocked the fact that Charlie Kirk was killed. No one deserves that on either political side. Absolutely no one deserves to be unalived for utilizing their freedom of speech within the United States of America. Absolutely fucking no one. Point to me to someone that did and I'll make sure that I block them. Okay? You want to point me to somebody that has mocked him? Point them out to me and I will make sure to block them on all socials. Hope that helps. But see how he was incapable of actually saying the same thing about Donald fucking Trump, mocking the fact that Nancy Pelosi's husband had a fucking skull fracture as a result of the attack on him. Mocked him on the campaign trail. Dagan, I'm not saying that I completely understand money or the Federal Reserve or everything that was going on, but you did catch up on the live. But thank you for the $4.99 as always. Thank you, Big, for the jewels. Walt, thank you for the jewels. Dagan, I did, and he was basically like, perpetrates the same issue. Still couldn't say that it was wrong. Just said, well, he was an appointee of Tim Walz, and that made everything no longer on the right. Hey, Aslan, welcome back. Who is that? Are they in the chat, Zazu? Thank you for calling the MAGA support hotline. Are you there?
Oh, hello, how are you?
Awesome. How old are you?
I'm in my late 20s right now.
Late 20s. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Yeah.
Awesome. And what has you questioning your support in Donald Trump or the MAGA movement today?
Well, nothing right now. He's been mostly good for me.
No, I
Not
asked you what
everything
has
I've
you
liked.
questioning your support in Donald Trump?
Oh, questioning support?
Yes.
What is it right now? Well, it was mostly the Epstein stuff, but I kind of knew that was never going to go anywhere. But that's a whole other rabbit hole. Epstein was clearly a CIA plant, so
Okay.
that wasn't going to go anywhere.
Mhm. Cool. And so can you tell me 3 lies that Donald Trump has told since he was inaugurated into office on January 20th, 2025?
Lies or promises that he couldn't keep. There's a difference.
No, lies, sir.
Okay.
I didn't say campaign trail. That would be the promises he couldn't keep would be the campaign trail. I'm talking about lies that he's told since he was inaugurated into office.
No, that motherfucker is a compulsive liar, so I would have to do more
So it
research
should
on
be
that.
really easy to come up with 3.
Well, how about you tell me 3?
Okay, so you don't know?
No, because I don't really pay attention to what he says, because he says stupid shit all the time.
Okay.
I more pay attention to what policies he implements and whether or not he is consistent on that fact.
Cool.
So, like, one of the biggest things that I'm frustrated with him is that he was a big component of the Doge stuff, and which I'm a big component because I think we should basically cut off all federal spending until we get our budget under
Do you want me to
control.
answer your question, or are you just wanting to monologue?
Oh, you can answer my question. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, then allow me to answer your question. Cool. So lies that Donald Trump has told. Donald Trump says that he has ended inflation.
Okay, that's kind of a hard thing to do. What's the next
It's
one?
literally impossible. So is that a lie? Yes or no?
Oh, it's not impossible. What you would have to do is basically you would have to burn a large amount of money. That's the only way to do it. Well, the
No,
only
there is
effective
no
way to do it.
way
There's
to
multiple
end
other ways to do it.
inflation. There is no way to end inflation. What
Yes,
does inflation
there is.
measure? What does inflation measure?
It measures how much spending power the dollar has. So if you get
No.
rid of a
Oh
large
my
amount of
fucking
money,
God. No, that is not what inflation is. That
Okay,
is
what is
not what inflation is. Inflation measures the rate at which the prices are increasing or decreasing.
yeah. So how much your spending power goes.
No,
So
you
5
just
years
said, you
ago, a
said
dollar
the
was-
value of the dollar, not how far the dollar stretches. Those are completely 2 different things. They are not the same, and you cannot equivocate those in any way or
so if the dollar had a spending power of $1
not
5 years
the
ago,
spending power.
and now that it has a spending power of $1.50.
Sorry, is the value of the
maybe-
dollar
okay,
the same? Let's try this real quick.
I think we're getting caught up on semantics right now. So
Because
let's go to the next
words are important and words
agree with
have
you. I
meaning.
agree with you. I
So
totally
if you
agree with
use
you,
an
ma'am.
incorrect
Ma'am.
word, I'm sorry, I'm going to correct you on it because it is incorrect and doesn't make sense that you would say
I
it.
concede that. Go to the next point.
The point is, do you know what the current inflation rate on the data that was released on October 24, 2025 is?
No.
Yeah, 3%.
Okay.
Yeah. Year over year, it's 3%, and it was a 0.3% increase month over month, meaning that it is, in fact, up, and he has not defeated inflation. So is that a lie, yes or no?
Yeah, I would consider that, but
Cool.
again, that's
Donald Trump
something
lied
that
about
unless
that. Donald Trump also said that he
Burn
would
all
be
the money.
unable to pay out SNAP benefits during the government shutdown. Is that a lie, yes or no?
He himself, because that's more of the Congress and the Senate type of thing. So he could not pay out on SNAP.
Then fine. How on earth were those benefits paid out in January 2019 under his last government shutdown?
Well, then it would have to be voted on, wouldn't it?
Incorrect. It wasn't voted on by Congress.
Okay. All right. Well, I do know that Democrats have been blocking the SNAP benefit thing. I'm going to put that out there. And then the Democrats lie saying that they weren't going to do that. Well, hey, what do you know? Everyone's a liar in politics. What's the next one?
Prove it where they blocked it.
They blocked multiple ones. It was literally
Prove it. What's the bill number?
Well, oh wow, you're frustrating me while I'm driving my car. I can't really.
Then maybe don't say anything that you can't prove.
Okay, how about you prove it? How am I wrong?
I'm sorry, I can't prove a negative. You made a positive claim. The burden of proof is literally on you to prove it. That's why when I can explain to you that Donald Trump absolutely continued to pay out SNAP benefits in January of 2019 during the last government shutdown, the longest one in history where that record's literally going to be beat tomorrow, that's because of the USDA emergency contingency funds that's in place, which is why two federal judges, one is a Trump appointee, actually ruled against the Trump administration, saying that you absolutely could pay it out with the contingency funds because that's exactly what the contingency funds are for. That's a positive claim that I made. There's your proof.
Okay, all right.
Which is why the Trump administration is now paying out those contingency funds to pay for SNAP benefits, because they could have done it all along.
Okay. 12 votes did not go through. All Democrats. 2020 in October 2025. I'm looking for the bill number right now. $6 per day. Why didn't you give me a bill number? All right, let's just go on to the next one. What's the next one?
Donald Trump says he ended 8 wars in 8 months. Is that true?
What wars in question?
Donald Trump said he ended 8 wars in 8 months. Is that true? Do you know what 8 wars he's talking about?
No, because they don't really pay attention to domestic politics.
You mean international politics?
Yeah, I'm sorry, I misspoke.
So you don't know if it's a lie?
No, because again, I don't really pay attention to that type of stuff unless I'm directly funding it. So I know about the Israel and Ukraine. Both of those wars haven't ended. Debatably the Israel conflict is over, but that's still a debatable thing. Hello? 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 Hello, do you hear me?
At this point, I'm just having fun. I'm sorry. Oh my goodness.
Hello, do you hear me?
Yes, Yoshi, I have a whole sticker for that. Sir, I encourage you to do some actual research and maybe actually look for points or reasons to actually criticize the president of the United States instead of just finding reasons to continue to support him, because it's not doing you very well. Have a good night.
How was
All right, guys, if you are watching over on TikTok and you're still here and you haven't hit that follow button, go ahead and hit that follow button up at the top. If you guys can so help me out and help fill up the gift gallery that I've got going on my profile on TikTok, I would appreciate that as well. Keep booping that screen. It does help push this live out so we can continue to have these conversations. Bishop, correct. It's deplorable, vile, and foul for anyone to mock, celebrate, or revel in murder of anyone. Wrong is wrong. Exactly. I don't even support the unalivement penalty, so there's that too. Thank you for the jewels. Looking at this chat makes me worry for my life simply because of how easy it is for people to be the worst kind of person because they think it's okay. Yes, Kai. Unfortunately, people think it's okay to be a deplorable person. They always do. I was, Dad. I definitely was. If I see that one, I'll get them, Tommy. I just can't always see the chatters. Thank you for calling the MAGA support hotline. Are you there?
Yeah, MAGA, biatch.
Again, are those the only 2 words you know?
Fuck yeah, MAGA, biatch.
Oh, we've moved up to 4
ugly.
words.
She's ugly as hell, boy.
Okay. Well, I'm not here to be everyone's cup of tea. I don't know if you realize that. Also, guys, if you're over on the tubes and you haven't hit that sub button, go ahead and hit that subscribe button up at the top. We do have memberships and super chats available. I haven't had a single membership today, and I would love to get 5 new members today. We do have another hour, about 45 minutes left of the live. Also, if you're new over on the purple app, the twitchy one, the one like these headphones, go ahead and hit that follow button, and we do have subs available there too. Thank you for calling the MAGA support hotline. Are you there?
Yep, 30 MAGA supporter. The 3 things for me were so the first go around, everyone was against it. So the first presidency was against the tech giants, and now like we're all chummy buddy with these guys. Like that's just really kind of like that's getting me. Like I'm kind of frustrated with that. The second thing was we were supposed to be getting rid of the ED, right? Like that's still going on. We're still waiting on that. And the last thing is we were I'm forgetting my last one. No, I had the last one on the tip of my tongue, and I lost my third one. But yeah. So like to just throw a quick question. Go ahead.
Yeah. What's up?
Run that by me again.
I said, what's up?
So I gave you my the 3 things, right?
3, what 3? I don't even understand what you're saying right now.
So in the call in, it's like your age, if you're a supporter, and the 3 problems you've had so far with the 3 lies.
It's 3 lies, but I typically ask like what has you questioning your support. It's
Right, and those are my 3 lies.
What is the ED thing?
Oh, I'm sorry. So the education department. So that was supposed to be.
Oh,
dissolved.
you mean the DOE, the Department of
That's
Education?
the department. No, the DOE is the Department of Education. I mean, the Department of Energy, right?
No,
the
the DOE is the Department of Education.
You might want to double check that. The DOE has always referred to the Department of Energy.
Oh, guess it helps if that wasn't already in there. Okay, see, most people know ED as erectile dysfunction. I guess it would be different. That's literally the entire chat was going erectile dysfunction.
Oh, shit.
So you are correct that it is ed.gov, but it's still known as the Department of Education.
That's true. Oh,
I'm glad we got a
I didn't even
laugh.
think about that. I didn't even think
Yeah.
about that. Oh my god. So, so yeah, those two things. Oh, and the third one was this, right? So like this really bothers me. I grew up in a small town, right? And like my I grew up in the South. Long story short, the way farmers were supposed to get backed and supported, and like 2 billion's going to fucking Argentina. I mean, sorry for that, but to Argentina now, and like that really just it grinds my gears, right? Because and this isn't a Trump. I guess. Well, I'll just stop right there because I don't think that's really a Trump thing. It's just part of what his government is doing. But like to just totally give those guys 2 billion while you're cutting stamps and not helping out our farmers is just infuriating for me as a guy who has grown up in a small town. So that was the third one. Or we got the three lies. Now we're good. Can we move forward to the next part, or what do you want to say?
I mean, I guess I would have phrased that as Donald Trump promised no more foreign spending, and yet we're over here making trade, doing a currency exchange for $20,000. The Argentine pesos lost value after we purchased them, so it was a great spurning onto their economy. And the guy that he
Right.
endorses for president, after he got the other $20 billion that was an actual loan, right? Did a whole yacht party.
Fuck this guy. Oh my god. So yeah, this is these are problems. Listen, I just like so I gotta ask you guys, right? Like, first off, so I'm a cat lover. I hope you have catios. How many catios do you have for your cat? But more importantly, why aren't you guys putting up? Like, there's only one thing we're gonna vote for: old white guys. We're not gonna vote for anything else, right? Like, why is it that on your side we're getting like everything under the sun? Like, what's the deal? Why won't you guys put up what we all vote for?
I'm sorry, who's you guys?
Like on the left, like why won't you guys just put like
I'm
like
not a
Bernie
part of the
Sanders?
Democratic National Convention, so I'm not a part of the DNC.
Okay, so when you go to vote for the for the main ticket for the presidency, what button do you push, right? Who do you vote for? Did you vote for Trump this last election or no?
No, I vote for policy over party. I don't care about what somebody's political party is. It just depends on what their policies are.
Okay, so the last policy, whose did you vote for?
I voted for Harris. Does that make you happy?
No one else did that. Like I just think if you want to win, or let's just say put out Trump, right? Let's say if that's the thing. Let's say we want better policies. I just don't understand why guys on the left just won't get back in the middle. I think
I'm
the split's
sorry, on the
bad, but
world stage, the Democratic Party is considered center right.
oh my goodness.
On the
Uh,
world stage, we are the only one where the Democratic Party is considered left. Everywhere else, they're considered center right because of the fact that they don't actually conform with what leftist ideology is on the world stage. Because I think people tend to
okay.
forget that the United States of America is literally not the only country in the world, and certainly not the only democracy.
Well, like just to reverberate some
And
of what you're
even
saying back
then,
to me.
like, Kamala Harris ended up being pretty moderate.
Huh, that's a very that's certainly a kind, generous view. I mean, I don't know. I feel like if you look at, let's just take a small little country in Europe, France. So if we look at France, Macron, he totally redid the left. He remade the entire left for France to include not only the more extreme portions, but also the people who were centrists and ensured at least the French form of the left for the next decade at least. So yeah, you are right in that regard. Other countries are a little more centrist. But like I don't know, the two-party system is a failure.
No, dude, other countries are more to the left. They're not centrist. The United States has no left party, okay? Like let me just be very clear. The United States doesn't have a politically left inclined party. We are not we, but the only way that again on the world stage the Democratic Party is center right.
I don't agree with that at all. I think
Okay.
that
Well, are you in another country? There's a reason you don't agree with it because you are in the United States of America and you think something as simple as healthcare, free healthcare for all individuals under the age of 18 is radical.
No, I thought that was awesome in France. Like honestly, it was so cool.
Okay, so why can't we ever implement that in the United States of America? Because anytime any presidential candidate tries to do any kind of universal health care, the Republican Party freaks the fuck out and goes, "Oh
Yeah,
my
because
God, they're a socialist!" And freak the whole fuck out. Sorry, it's
it no, that's true, and it needs to be said because like it's so yeah. Even now, like a lot of things that are happening concerning the healthcare, it's about to get just fucking bonkers, right? Like it's
yeah,
really
because the
gonna get bad.
Republican Party, even though they promised the Democrats back in March of 2025 to negotiate ACA and everything else, never kept up their promise. And then now here we are 34 days into a government shutdown because the Republican Party still refuses to negotiate to get the additional 9 votes that they need in order to pass the continuing resolution.
Yeah, we got another 12 days of this, but the thing is that like
No, we don't. Sorry, more than likely
well,
we're not going to reopen. And even if for some reason that they did reopen the government, they have to pass a whole new CR come the 21st of November because the
well, I
budget
think
runs out.
right, but the power play was to wait until they see because a lot of states are voting right now. So I think the power play was just to see who gets voted in, then to make their decisions on like, okay, let's move forward. So as these votes start to trickle in, I don't want to get like
But they care
too
about
bogged down
the
in this.
government. They care
Well,
about
no,
the
they care about the
governors of
votes.
it. Sorry, no, they care about the
Yeah,
governors in other states. And that's
yeah,
what
yeah.
they're
They
relying
care.
on because there's only 2
Well,
open House of Representative seats that are up for election right now. One in Texas, District 18, I believe, and then one in Tennessee, District 7 or 11. I can't remember which number. There's literally
well,
only 2,
also,
and then Mike Johnson is refusing to swear in the representative of Arizona that was duly sworn in. Instead, he keeps sending the Republicans back home and keeping them on a recess since September 19th.
and I think there was supposed to be one in Virginia as well, but like
No.
I really don't want to get bogged down
There's
in those.
literally no other House of Representative open seats. Everything else is going to be for governors or their state elections for their own state Congress. There's literally only 2 open seats right now up for election.
Right, okay, that was delegate. It was delegate. So,
It's not delegates, it's
but
governors or their state Congress.
yeah, I was remembering the person from Virginia. It happened to be delegate, but like I don't want to get.
That's not a
Okay, I
delegate.
can just concede that. I can just concede that to you. You're right. Fine. I just want to get back to the one thing we're talking about, so we could like get through this, and I can
I
let
don't
other
even
guys
know
get
what
in.
we're talking about. You're like
Yeah, I
all kind of
know.
all over the place.
Right, I'm trying to keep us on this one track so I can hang up and let the guys get in. So like, just get into it. But so concerning the issue on the insurance thing. So the bigger thing is that it's just that
If
America is
anyone
run
else
by the
wants to call
market,
in, you're
right?
welcome to.
And if something is good for the market, people be damned because the market benefits from this, especially if it's a strong market. And that's why I think that though that health insurance plan we're talking about and it's run in other countries and I think it works well, at the end of the day, it just does not benefit a stronger American market and a better stock
Yeah,
market.
correct.
So,
It's just for the CEOs, the people that are in the business to make money. It doesn't
right.
benefit them, and that's the whole thing. Is that, sorry, the Republican Party loves the kiss the ass of CEOs.
Well,
But bro,
I don't want to be a jerk.
bye. Have a good
Well,
Monday. Thank you for calling the MAGA support hotline. Are you there?
Yeah,
Awesome. How old are you?
I'm 25
That could be
now.
it, Monica. Okay. 25. Well, happy belated birthday. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Not as much as I used to be, no.
Okay. Well, you're not really my target audience, but I hope you have a great night. Thank you for calling the MAGA support hotline. Are you there?
Yes.
Awesome. How old are you?
In my 30s.
30s. Okay. And are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Yes.
Okay. Do you mind if I give a quick PSA to my chats real quick?
Please.
Thank you. Really quickly, guys, TikTok, I'm going to mute you guys. Over on Twitch, over on YouTube, I love reading your comments between lives, but I do just try to read the super chats and the bits that are sent. I haven't gotten any in a bit, but that's okay. If you guys send anything, I'll read them after this caller. I do appreciate you guys being here. Don't forget to hit that follow button if you're over on Twitch. Hit that subscribe button if you're over on YouTube, and consider becoming a member on YouTube. Still looking for 5 new members, and we haven't gotten one this entire live. I do appreciate any new members. Over on TikTok, if you're still sitting here, be sure to hit that follow button. Help me complete this live goal if you can. Also, guys, let's try to light up the gift gallery. I don't think we have that much lit up of it. It does just help keep pushing the live out to the page. And W Phantom over on the Purple app for sending out 5 subs. But most importantly, guys, boop the screen and hit that follow button. Okay. And what has you questioning your support in Donald Trump or the MAGA movement today?
Your stream, honestly. So I've actually spoken to a couple of times. And on both occasions, we've spoken for a while. But then after a while, you get triggered and hang up. And it's not a power move. That actually makes you look pedantic and or even worse, just weak, like you surrender. You can't take it anymore.
Oh, yeah.
You didn't let me finish. Yes. And you wanted me to specifically use the word deplorable. That was me earlier.
Oh, it's you
So-
again. Wait, I'm the reason you're
Yeah.
questioning your support in Donald Trump or the MAGA movement, or I'm the reason why I'm pushing you further into your support of Donald Trump and the MAGA movement? Which one is it?
Look, Hillary Clinton, you're using the word deplorable next. Are you
No, no,
going
no,
to
no,
say
no, 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 no,
Pokemon
no,
go
no,
to
no,
the
no,
polls?
no, that's
Yes,
not an
yes,
answer
yes,
to
yes,
the
yes,
question
yes,
I
yes,
just
yes, yes,
asked.
yes.
Let's try this
Yes,
again.
yes, yes, yes,
You
yes, yes,
said
yes, yes.
that when in answer to my question where I asked what has you questioning your support in Donald Trump or the MAGA movement, you said me. And then I'm asking to rephrase, because if I, in the way that I just spoke to you last time, is having you question your support in Donald Trump or the MAGA movement, doesn't really make logical sense. So let's try this again. Is it that I am having you questioning your support in Donald Trump, or I am pushing you further into your support of Donald Trump and the MAGA movement? Which one is it?
Okay, you said last time when you were saying deplorable things about Charlie Kirk, you said,
Okay, you can't answer a question again. That's why you get hung up on, because you're incapable of answering a question. Also, huge, huge, huge big W's to Jocular for sending out 5 gifted memberships over on the tube. Thank you so much. Literally always looking out for me, Jocular. Huge W's. Thank you for calling the MAGA support hotline. Are you there?
Yes, I am.
Awesome. How old are you?
16.
Can't be 16. Thank you for calling the MAGA support hotline. Are you there?
Yeah, you're
Awesome.
super ugly. I was just
Okay.
wondering if you're transgender.
No.
Okay, MAGA, biatch.
I'm glad you learned more words. Honestly. Thank you for calling the MAGA support hotline. Are you there?
I'm naked. I'm jerking off. My dick.
That's odd. TMI. Thank you for calling the MAGA support hotline. Are you there?
Yes, I am.
Oh no, Feisty, you're good just over where you're at. Or at least one of the other ones. Okay, and how old are you? Thank you, Kate.
I am 18.
18. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
I've never really supported him from the start.
Okay, well, WU, and I hope you have a great rest of your Monday. Thank you for calling the MAGA support hotline. Are you there?
Yes.
Awesome. How old are you?
25.
Okay, are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Yes.
Okay, and what has you question your support in Donald Trump or the MAGA movement today?
The way his politics are run regarding ICE and also some of his other policies regarding the 2025 project.
Okay, and can you identify 3 lies that Donald Trump has told since he was inaugurated into office?
No, but I'd like you to tell me though.
Sure. Donald Trump said that he wouldn't be able to pay out SNAP benefits this time, even though he most certainly did in 2018, December 2018 for January of 2019. He also said that the shutdown is the fault of the Democrats, but then also lets the cat out of the bag with his True Social posts and demanding that the Republicans end the filibuster, acknowledging that they could have done it at any time if they so wanted to in order to end the government shutdown. Donald Trump also lied about 8 wars in 8 months.
Yeah. Have the Democrats lied about anything though?
Oh, most assuredly, I'm sure they have. That they're not current. Can you remind me who's currently sitting in the office of the presidency?
Trump.
Donald Trump, correct. So that's why I'm talking about Donald Trump, because right now the Democratic Party has 0 power when it comes to any of the 3 branches of government.
Do you think it would have been different if Kamala Harris was voted in?
Yes, I do believe so. However, if the House of Representatives and the Senate was also still controlled by the Republican Party, I don't think that much would have been done.
What if it was controlled by the Democrats?
Oh, then it just depends. I'm sure right now, if we were experiencing
think
a government shutdown, it would be because the Republicans didn't want to negotiate with the Democrats, or maybe the Democrats weren't choosing to negotiate with the Republicans. And if that was the case, I would absolutely be against the Democratic Party for refusing to meet with the Republicans to continue to keep the government open. Because even though if they have the majority in Congress, they still have to negotiate with the minority party unless they happen to have a supermajority of 60 plus individuals in Congress, which out of 119 sessions of Congress, not sessions, but iterations of Congress, that has only happened 15 times.
Yeah, absolutely. My only problem is, do you honestly think, from what I remember, you're not a supporter of the Democrats or Republicans. You're a supporter of policy.
Yeah.
Do you think there is a way to solve that though, if not for a strong leadership in a Republican government or
Solve what exactly?
Democratic government? Could you say that one more time?
Solve what exactly?
Just solve the disparities of just American national politics.
Not that I can think of offhand, honestly. Thank you, Nev. I think we would have to get away from the two-party system in general. Perhaps get away from the FEC rule that makes it so that third-party candidates third-party cannot receive any federal funding unless they get a certain percentage of the votes.
Do you think you're more of a independent then
I'm non-affiliated.
with anything? You're just strictly policy.
Yeah.
Okay.
I voted for Republicans. I voted for constitutionalists. I voted for Green Party. I voted for Libertarians. I voted for Democrats. I voted literally all across the board.
Okay. What made you choose or vote for a Republican Party in the past?
I thought
it
that they
based
had
off
good
policy that-
policies. Honestly, I can't remember what the policies were in 2020 for why I voted for Tom Tillis, and I can't remember what the policies were in 2022 when I voted for Gregory Murphy. So I couldn't tell you offhand.
Gotcha. But if you and this isn't to be rude, but if you don't remember what the policy is, how would we know what to do now with that policy? Why would we just completely forget what our policy that we supported then and we don't know what it is now?
Let's see, because that was 2 and 4 years ago, actually 3 and 5 years ago, at this point. And there's been several more elections, and I've moved multiple times since then. I don't really know what to tell you on that regard. Do you remember why you voted for somebody? How old did you say you were again?
25.
25. Do you remember who you voted for or why you voted down down ballot in 2016?
I wasn't able to vote then, actually. My birthday didn't line up.
Gotcha. Cool. Am I
But
supposed to remember
I,
why I voted for somebody in 2012?
I mean, no, but if you support policies that you think would be beneficial towards the
Yeah,
American
and I
people and
can't remember every single thing that they've done. And also my ideas on policy do change over time. I really don't know what else
I'm
to tell you.
I understand, but I'd like to at least speak before I'm interrupted. And that's kind of
Sir,
something else
this
I've
is
been
so
I
far off the topic of my live. It's actually quite ridiculous at this point.
then that's I'm sorry about that, but it's just, I think the conversation with debates should be,
This isn't a
even
debate.
if it is a little bit, I know, and I'm sorry, but even if it is a little bit off topic, I mean,
And
we
I've
can at least
also
come
answered
together
all of
and
your questions. You're just choosing not to like the answers to my questions.
I never said that.
No, you
That's what
are.
I have a
You're
problem with
no,
your debate.
you're drilling in on this, like, right? You're going, if you can't remember what they had at the time, how do you know? Like, what about policies? Cool.
I
How
never
about you
said
just ask
that.
this? How about you
But
did
that's the
actually
problem
say
is that
if you don't remember what they were,
you're
like what
taking a
policies
stance
they
in
were?
something I don't
If
truly
you
believe in right
literally
now.
said if
That's
you don't remember what policies they were, how do we know that you're a policy voter? Okay,
I never
here's a
said that.
policy
You
that
could
I would
run back.
absolutely
You
endorse. If we can't
you
get
could run the
universal health
live
care
stream
within the
back and
United
you
States
can
of
take a look
America,
at what you
then I
just said, but
absolutely
that's not
support
what I
at the bare
said.
minimum giving universal health care, free health care to all children in the United States of America under the age of 18. I think that's something that everybody should be able to get behind. That's a policy. I won't ever find that in a candidate, unfortunately, because they probably won't ever get voted into office. But that is a policy that I absolutely endorse. I also believe in doing away with when we make prisoners go out to work, which is literally slave labor because they're paid less than the minimum wage. If we're going to make prisoners work and do stuff like, I don't know, helping put up a fucking, I don't know, an electric pole, they need to at least be paid at bare minimum, the state minimum wage for wherever they're kept in prison at, okay? Because that would make sense to me. Even though I don't agree with individuals that have committed crimes, like being held in that way, I don't like the idea of the prison system as it is currently. I believe that it needs to be fixed. I believe that we need to do away with, very specifically here, private prison systems, because for-profit systems only encourage them to find reasons to keep them in longer for some way, shape, or form. So I don't support for-profit prisons, and I think that we need to look and reevaluate how the prison system is set up and potentially redo it. I also support universal background checks when it comes to the purchasing of your guns, right? And I think that's also important for people that don't understand what a universal background check. It's about private sellers running a background check on individuals before they sell it to that individual. I don't believe that people should be able to just buy a gun at a gun show with no background check held before they even walk out the fucking door. Definitely don't agree with that because that happens in some states. You buy a gun at a gun show, you can walk out without a background check having been performed, no wait time. Right? I think that we should have a federal wait time, I don't know, at least 48 hours. At least 48 hours to make sure you're not going to do something batshit fucking crazy. I don't fucking know. Okay? Like, these are policies that I can support. I'm probably not going to find these in every candidate. I'm not going to find my ideal candidate. I hope that you understand now that I'm perfectly capable of giving you out policies that I am capable of endorsing and that I am capable of supporting. Now,
And I thank you for that. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Just what I was looking
Cool.
for. So, but the thing is that
I don't
when
care anymore, dude. You're fucking annoying. I'm sorry. Dude was annoying. Right, Random? Don't break the law then, the people cheering while the Constitution is ignored. They are. Yeah, they're always doing that. Guys on TikTok, can we clear out this gift goal real quick? I would super duper appreciate that. It's been up there for a little bit. Thank you guys for all the jewels over on the tubes. I do appreciate you guys as well. Romario, I don't have friendly hours right now. Thank you for calling the MAGA support hotline. Are you there?
Yeah, you look like you would.
Dude, just stop fucking calling. You're boring. Thank you for calling the MAGA support hotline. Are you there?
Yeah, hello.
Hi, how old are you?
33.
33. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
No.
No? Okay, I appreciate you and I hope you have a good rest of your Monday night. Thank you for calling the MAGA support hotline. Are you there?
Hello.
Hi, how old are you?
Are you the TikTok live?
Yes, I am.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm 29.
29. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Yep.
What has you questioning your support in Donald Trump or the MAGA movement today?
What has me question it?
Questioning, correct.
Well, I mean, there's stuff that I can question. Like, we don't know the end result of the tariffs, right? Like, the tariffs could be bad.
Mm-hmm. And?
I mean, it could be bad.
Okay. Can you identify 3 lies that Donald Trump has told since he was inaugurated into office?
Well, I don't think Trump lies. I think he's just wrong sometimes, but they're not lies. Like, he's not a very detail-oriented person. So, like, if he says 20 billion when it's actually 10 billion, it's like, well, he was just wrong about the numbers. It's not a lie. Know what I'm saying?
Donald Trump says that tariffs are paid by the foreign government or the foreign country. Is that true, yes or no?
Depends on your perspective. Some people think it's true. Hello?
Depends on
Am I breaking
your
up?
perspective. Okay.
Yeah.
The United States has a tariff of 15% on Japan.
Okay.
If items are brought over from Japan, like, I don't know, let's just say kimonos, are brought over from Japan, who pays that 15% to the United States government?
The people that are doing the importing.
The American importer,
Yeah.
which means who pays for the tariffs?
The importers.
The importer, not the foreign government.
Okay.
So that means Donald Trump lied.
Well, the importer could be foreign.
No, it's always the people that are importing the good into the United States of America. The American importer.
Company.
What? I didn't hear you because I was actively talking, which means you weren't listening.
Oh, sorry. What if the people doing the importing are Japanese?
Like Honda?
Yeah.
I don't know if
Aren't
you
we-
realize this, but when Honda is doing business within the United States of America, they pay taxes to the United States of America. And they are, guess what, incorporated within the United States of America in order to do business within the United States of America, which means that when they're operating here in the US of A, they are an American Importer.
So we are taxing Honda. Like, isn't that what we should be doing?
Who pays for, I'm sorry, is it the foreign country, according to which Donald Trump says, pays imports to the United States government? Is it the foreign country that pays for tariffs, or is it the American importer?
I mean, it sounds like they're using a loophole, right? They're saying, well, we're not a foreign company. Look, we have our company in America. So now they bypass tariffs, right? Or they make tariffs being less targeted towards foreign companies. I think we should see through the BS and see that they're just trying to game our system.
I'm sorry, do you think that it is only corporations that pay tariffs to the United States government?
I mean, we're talking about an entity like Honda, right? They incorporate their company in America.
I only did that
so
based
that
off of you saying Honda. Are you under the assumption that only companies pay tariffs to the United States government?
Yeah. The
You
government's
would
not
be
charging a
wrong.
tax to the people.
No, sir. It's the American importer. The American importer, if I chose to purchase something from Japan, I would be responsible for paying that tariff to the United States government. Me, as a citizen, not a corporation, would be responsible for paying that 15% for anything that I purchased and chose to import from Japan to the United States of America. That's why I said the American importer, not the business within the United States of America.
Right. So it's up to the importer to raise cost, right? Like, it's up to them to raise the prices.
You
to
just
offset the
jumped
tariffs.
right past
But
what
what
I
if-
said. If I'm
No, I'm
purchasing
li- I'm
for
literally
myself,
responding.
whose cost am I raising?
Right. So the person that's selling it to you, right? They're raising the price.
No, they're not,
Right, to
because
offset
I
the
bought
tariff.
directly from a company in Japan. I didn't
Yeah,
buy
so-
through a third party. I bought directly from the Japanese business, and I had to pay once the item arrived based on the value of the item. I paid 15% of that value to the American government as an American importer. Which words do you not understand that I am saying?
Oh, in that situation, I think you shouldn't do that.
Just shouldn't do it. Okay, that's your solution.
Yeah.
Got it. Yeah,
Well,
just
if
shouldn't
it's
do
too
it.
expensive for you, then you shouldn't buy it, right?
That's not even what I'm saying.
So, like, that's the point of tariff, right? It's
Do
to
I
make
need
it
to
expensive
draw
so you don't
you
buy
an
it.
example?
Well, that's the whole point of tariff, right?
I'm sorry, how old are you
We're
again?
making it more expensive for you so that you don't buy that stuff.
Yeah, do you know why? If I bought an item that was worth, let's say, only valued at $125, do you think that that should be subject to an import tariff? Yes or no?
Yeah.
It should
Why
be.
not?
Well, okay, the government agrees with you because there was this rule that was called the Dominicus Clause that exempted anything under the value of $800 from being subject to import tariffs placed by the United States of America on foreign countries, right?
Well, that's a nice thing for the government to do.
Fucking dude, I'm done with you. You have like the attention span of a goldfish. I literally can't. Ain't no fucking way. All right, TikTok, I'll be back in just a second. Hold on. YouTube, Twitch. I doubt we're gonna get any more callers, so I'm just gonna call it early tonight. Also the last few have just fucking annoyed the absolutely ever-loving daylights out of me, so I'm done. All right. I'll see you guys back on live tomorrow. If you're new here, you haven't hit that follow button or that subscribe button, be sure to hit those buttons. Guys, also give huge W's out to Phantom over in Twitch for sending out 5 gifted subs. Huge W's again over in YouTube for the 5 gifted memberships from Jocular. Thank you to everybody that has sent in jewels. Thank you to everybody that has sent in super chats. Everything that you guys do does help support me, and I do give back to the communities, and I give back to local food banks and everything like that. So your guys' support helps me upgrade my equipment. It also helps me give back to everything within my own community to help support people. So I do appreciate that as well. Also, thank you again, Phantom, for gifting out another sub. I do greatly appreciate that as well. Thank you so much, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and end for the night. If after you've hit sub or you hit that subscribe button, be sure to turn on that bell icon so you know exactly when I go live. Y'all have